Greetings and welcome to episode 1 of my Empire Total War Darth mod Ottoman Empire campaign. And my friends, we are going to begin a new series here. Now, the reason I am starting this series is because in my old channel I brought in an Ottoman Empire campaign which was absolutely fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed playing it, and I hope those of you who are around my old channel enjoyed watching it, my friends. And what I'm trying to do is sort of bring back the sort of the content I had in my old channel back, because I think it was doing quite well, and I think a lot of people enjoyed it, and I really want to sort of bring that vibe back to this channel as well, in terms of bringing back my old campaigns. Now, that's not to say I haven't forgotten, there's quite a few other campaigns I want to do. Like, for instance, once my Zulu campaign is finished with the British, I'm going to be probably turning that sort of campaign will then switch to a Great War mod campaign. So I'm really looking forward to doing that as well. So as soon as that's finished, then I will be doing a Great War mod again. Fingers crossed we won't have any technical problems with it again. But I just absolutely love the challenge that the Ottoman Empire gives you. It is just absolutely one of the most difficult challenges you can get. I know that you start with a huge amount of land, but really, in the grand scheme of things, and compared to what you actually start with in terms of economy, infrastructure and army, you are absolutely still in the medieval times. You literally are, compared to the West. We've got France, Britain, Spain, who are the absolute superpowers. They have all the modern sort of military doctrine. They have all the best ships. They have all the finest sort of infrastructure you can possibly get. The Ottomans really are sort of still at medieval level almost. So the amount of work you've got to do to get them up, even up to where many of the Western, even the Russian armies are at the moment, it'll take absolutely years and years and years for us to get to where they are. And by the time we get to where they are now, they will be further advanced from us, because again, their research and that would have gone absolutely skyrocketed out of the stratosphere. So we really are starting at rock bottom in terms of everything, and it's such a massive challenge, and I love that challenge, my friends. I am absolutely addicted to this game. I think you can probably tell. I just love Empire Total War for its sheer complexity and the things that it can do and the things that can happen. The different times whenever you play a campaign, something different happens. I am totally addicted to this game, and I absolutely love a challenge. I love a challenge no matter what I'm doing. If the challenge is great, I am up for it always, my friends. I really am, and this is no exception. The Ottoman Empire challenge is ferocious, absolutely ferocious. It really is. From where you start from, you might have a lot of land, but you've got to convert that land into potential. There's lots of potential there, but you've got to convert that potential into actually, being good for you, being able to use that potential, being able to use it to drive forward your empire, to build it up. That is why I love this challenge so much. I know there's a few that have messaged me asking me to do sort of a Hanover campaign and a Mughal Empire campaign. With a Hanover campaign, I'm going to do one of the minor nations, but I'm probably going to wait a little bit longer. What I might do is I might drop down my Russian campaign to 2 episodes per turn, per sort of time every time I do it, and maybe put an Hanover one in there to slot that in there. Or this might be a 1 or 2 sort of episode series at a time. I'll just wait and see how the sort of response is to this. And the Mughal Empire, I know that Hader wanted me to do a Mughal Empire. I've actually got some plans for that. I'm actually going to do a special series for the Mughal. I won't actually sort of spoil what I'm going to do with that, but it's going to be a little bit of a twist on what I normally do. So it's just something I want to do that I haven't seen done before, where I'm going to do sort of 2 campaigns together, and you will just see the flip side of a coin, if you understand what I mean, with the Mughal Empire. It's going to take me a little bit of time to sort of just get what I want, get it right, if you understand what I mean, but you'll see sort of the flip side of 2 coins. I won't say any more than that, but I'm looking forward to doing it in the future. But I just wanted to sort of bring the Ottoman Empire campaign back, because it was such a challenge. You've got to use all your religious agents, your imams, to try and to sort of cause as much disruption as you can to the territories you want to take over. You literally have to use everything at your disposal to help to make this work as the Ottomans, and that's the challenge I love. But my friends, before we start anyway, now let's have a quick look at actually our lands, our territories. Let's look where we stand here now. And this is as you can see, we stretch from the sort of the border here of Western Europe here in Croatia. So we have Sarajevo and Belgrade, Serbia and Bosnia are under our control. We're at the very gates of the Austrian Empire here. We are also have this sort of territory here which sort of borders Austria, Poland and virtually Russian territory. We've got our Ukrainian allies here, they're a protectorate of ours. So that's a good little thing that we've got there. We can move through their lands. They'll trade with us. As you can see, we've already got the trade moving quite swiftly through here. That's pretty good for us there. Remember, trade and economy is going to be absolutely vital to us here. We've got a lot of trade routes here, but here is the absolute beating heart of the Ottoman Empire. Istanbul, my friends, Rumelia. This is where all of our best production facilities are, where the sort of heart, the epicenter of our trade is. Look at this, all the trade moves in and out and from Istanbul. This is the critical key location. It is the very heart of our empire. As you can see, everything flows in and out of it. That is why it's so vital to us and our survival. We then start stretching into sort of moving into the Middle East. So we've got Ankara here. We're moving down then into sort of Syria, Damascus, Jerusalem, and Egypt is under our control as well. Stretching on, of course, you've got the sort of the desert here, the Arabian desert. Then we've got Baghdad, and last but not least, my friends, is Armenia here, right on the border between sort of this last bastion here before we get to the Russian territories here. Now, we're at peace with Georgia, but I don't know for how long. And as you can see, we've got quite decent infrastructure potential here. Remember, this is potential, and we don't have all of our roads now are pretty minor, as you can probably see here. Infrastructure is basic roads, so we've got a lot of work to do. We really have got a phenomenal amount of work to do here. We start off with 7,500 gold, which is, for the size of us, not brilliant. That is to say the least, my friends. So we're going to have to get that equilibrium between army construction, building of our forces, building of our infrastructure, and getting the trading we need, my friends. And that's what we're going to focus on in this episode here. It's about laying the foundations for the rise of the Ottoman Empire. We have to keep our eyes peeled at all times on the Austrians, the Russians, and the Georgians. We are going to try and get trade with our sort of brethren, as it were, in Persia and here in the Mughal Empire, getting as much trade as we can flowing through sort of the Eastern Asia. So that's going to be absolutely fantastic for us if we can get that, and also making sure our trade routes stay open and healthy. We do have quite a few ships here actually, and we've got this fishery here in Paphos, Limassol here, Syria. Wait a minute, we got Crete. So we've got Crete here as well, the island of Crete. We've got Greece as well, Athens, which is a real big trade hub for us. Look at that, quite a lot of trade going in and out of here. Venice, we're doing that. But we also have, and this is the real critical key factor here, the Barbary States, which is effectively a pirate nation. They are just simply pirates. They are our protectorates, and because they're our protectorates, have a quick look here. As you can see, we've got a war. We're at war with Russia, and we're at war with the pirates. Obviously, everybody is, but the protectors of Barbary States and the Crimean Khanate are our protectorates. But as you can see, the Barbary States are at war with every single person. We are the protector of them. That damages our political and our diplomatic standing in the world tremendously. So my first action as the ruler of the Ottoman Empire is to remove our alliance with the Barbary States. And I know that sounds like crazy, but it really does drag down our political and diplomatic status with everybody. We need a good diplomatic status with everyone to keep everything nice and calm, but also for us to get trade in. Trade is vital to us being able to survive and build a prosperous and thriving empire that we need to do. So the first thing we're going to do is cancel the alliance, not the trade, but cancel the alliance we've got here. So as you can see, I don't know why it does that. So we can't. 1 second, I'll clear the offer. I think there's a slight glitch here. Yeah, so we'll do that. And then, see, they're no longer protectorates. They just got an alliance, and then I'm going to cancel the alliance with them. Now we just got trade with them. That's all we've got now. Trade now. They're unfriendly with us because of that. That's fine. That's not a problem at all. But I cannot have an alliance with them. I cannot have even a protectorate with them. I can only have the trade going in between us, because I have to cut them loose. I have to cut the Barbary states loose, because it brings too much baggage with it to us. The other nations absolutely loathe and despise the Barbary states because they pretty much raid and, you know, absolutely cripple the Mediterranean sort of trade routes here, which is vital to us and to others. So we have to make sure that we get rid of that sort of potential overhang from sort of years gone by where we had the Barbary states under our control. Now we've done that, we still got a trade agreement with them, which is great. That's what we need. Remember, economy, money coming in is vital to our survival here. Right, next thing I need to do is to check what we've got coming in here. We've got 2426 to trade, and tax. Trade is 4762, other is 3374. So we've got 10,000 coming in. We're making about 5,000 per turn. Not too bad, but the size of this empire, that should be about 10,000, 12,000 per turn. That shows you how sort of developed our economy is and our infrastructure is. Very, very poor at the moment. Policies, pretty much the same. Taxes average all the way through. Everyone is pretty happy actually, but then again we could make this better. Anatolia. Now this is absolutely vital here, really, really vital. It's a monarchy, it's an absolute monarchy. The Sultan here is the absolute monarch. He can pretty much pull and move people around at will. His word is everything. So first thing we're going to do is look at our treasury, and look at that, -8 bonus to global tax income, -30 to the growth of our trade income, and -16 per turn town wealth. Basically this man is an absolute disaster. Dilman Nedim is an absolute disaster for this empire. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to swap him out. So look what we got available here. Tactician and +1. He'd actually be pretty good for the army if the army isn't already very good. But yes, 4-star as well. Very, very nice there. We've got Gutili Hakim, Industrial Revolutionary. He might be pretty good actually for the treasury. Pious and a Jughead. Not really what we need. Pious and morally impaired, -1 to management. Right, so we're going to use this gentleman here to actually replace. Oh, look at that, 4-star. He's moved it to 4. Look at the difference. +1 to global tax income, +2 to growth of our trade income, and +2 per town wealth as well for the home theatre. Absolutely fantastic. Now we're going to see our economy really starting to bloom now. The green shoots here, my friends, are the recovery we need is definitely going to be here. Justice is actually pretty good. That's pretty good actually. You're pretty solid. Abdul Hamid Haridin, very, very good. Agrarian, okay, not too shabby here. Army, tactician, and morally impaired. What he gains here, he loses here. We don't really need that. We need someone who's going to be tactician. Okay, so he's going. This gentleman here, Abdurrahman Edheim, is going to be. We're just going to put in for. Look at that. He's already moved up as well. 5-star, beautiful. So that's going to improve our army. -4 recruitment cost, +4 land technology research rate, -4 upkeep for all army units. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So we need navy, morally impaired, -1 to management. Right, we don't really need that, mind you. Morally impaired, pious, -5 to religious unrest, pious, Jughead, +3 to clamor for reform. I think I'll swap my navy out for this gentleman here. And the head here, harsh reputation. Fingers, look at that, fingers in the privy purse. -2 to management. I don't think so. I think we'll go for this gentleman here, who's pious, probably actually good to have zeal and -5 to religious unrest, so we're going to change them for this. Because we're an absolute monarchy, we're able to do that, so we've swapped all of our candidates around. We've now sort of moved ourselves into a nice position where we've got the cabinet here working for us instead of against us. Absolutely vital, my friends, we have that. A good, solid economic and political base from which to start from. So look at our trade here. A lot of cotton here. Europe coming in by sea. Lots and lots of cotton here. Exports. Again, Mughal Empire. Oh, look at that with the Mughals. We've already got that. What a great link we got there. Venice, Barbary States, Genoa, and the Crimean Khanate. Okay, right. First things first is to check out what the major nations. Oh dear, dear, dear me. I cannot have Austria here against us. France is unfriendly. Great Britain is unfriendly. Wow. Poland, Lithuania unfriendly. Prussia, all the major sort of our major allies, not major allies, major neighbours, should I say, are very, very unwelcome to us indeed. We have to be very, very careful what we do here. First thing I need to do is sort of do some bargaining here with. I'm going to try to trade, and we're also going to throw in some canister shot just to sweeten the deal here. Yes, that's good. Unfriendly now, but we've got the trade. The trade will hopefully be in our favour here. So the trade over time will hopefully change that status there. I definitely want to try and get some trade here with Britain. Yes. Indifferent, they've changed that too. So we've got so many ports. We're actually going with France. We want to get all the major nations here on our side. See if we can do this. No. So we're going to try and sweeten the deal here as well. Let's see if we can throw some technology at them. Or a canister shot. Okay, we'll give it one more throw here. Because they're unfriendly and I don't really want that. Windward Isles? Not a chance. I'm afraid not, then we shall not have trade with them. But what about the Confederacy? No, what about Poland? I've got to try and sweeten Poland up here. Yes, they're indifferent to us. Got to keep them on. But Prussia, again. Got to try and get as much as we can here. 190 for a trade agreement. No, but I shall try that. That's more like it. I don't have a problem with that at all. Even better, 13 colonies. But Maratha Confederacy here. We could try some trade with Maratha Confederacy. Let's try that. Just got to keep. Oh, jeepers! No, I don't think so. But what I will do is I will throw some canister shot in for you. No, why? No, but I will do that. Nope. And I'm afraid we don't have a deal. I am not prepared to throw in 1300 as well. But the 13 colonies. Yes, we have got the absolute money flowing in here from all of this trade. Georgia is hostile, they don't like us. Denmark is unfriendly. Let's see if we can try and get some with Denmark. Why does everybody want money? They're not getting any money off me. I don't mind if I'll use my technology as a sort of sweetener. What? I'm afraid not. We won't be sharing any of that. What about Persia? Oh, Persia is hostile. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We really do have to throw in a sweetener here for Persia. I don't want Persia on my door as well. Okay, so we've got to be careful of Persia here. New Spain, they're hostile. Savoy are unfriendly. Sorry about that, my friends. Phone call there. Savoy, what do we get a Savoy on our side here? Throw some, oh, it's just technology. They've got all the technology. They don't need that. Nope. Italian states, we're going to try and keep some of these sort of near neighbours as sweet as we possibly can here. Nope, okay. One more try with the Maratha Confederacy here. $1,300. They are wealthy, they're rich, trade partners with the Dutch, so I'll counter with an offer of 800. Nope, I'm not interested in that whatsoever. The reason I'm trying to stay sweet with these, in case they do take over the Mughal Empire, at least I've got in with them. I'll offer them 900. I'm going to barter a little bit. I'm going to trade and barter a little bit here. Jeepers creepers, not a chance. One last hit and that is it then, my friends. They're not going to get anything more. 1,000 and that is it. Right, we've done it. We're back pretty much where we started, but we haven't really lost much. We've gained more by getting them as a trade partner. France, I really would want to get France on my side here with this. No, that's fine. That's okay. They're unfriendly with us. Maybe they'll change their mind in the future, but look at that. Let's have a look what we've got coming. 11,000. 11,000, my friend. Look at the trade. 10,000 trade there. 3,000 tax income. 16,000 coming in total. And 5,000 going up, but that's going to change very, very soon because we're going to start investing in our infrastructure and our armies. But look at that. Right, first things first is to make sure we have all our trade routes covered here. We don't have anything moving in that can't or should be able to. What's going out of here? 1,423 in the Maratha Confederacy here. So I'm actually going to join these two fleets up together, just to provide us with that little bit of extra cover, and I'm going to have to start moving some of these armies into position. Now, first of all, I'm going to hold Moldavia here. That's going to be an absolute key battleground if the Russians come for us. That's another thing I must do as well, is try and get peace with Russia. I did forget about that. Now, we're hostile with war with Russia. We're going to request peace, and we're going to try and get... Okay, so they don't want peace there with us at all, which is fine. That's not a problem. What's that going to give us? Governor's residence. We've got to make a statement of intent here. But I need to do that behind the lines here. So the first thing I need to do is to invest in... What have I got here? School of Poetry. Got a Grand Admiralty. What can we recruit here? Actually, the infrastructure. We are going to get our infrastructure going absolutely at full pelt here. We're going to invest in cobbled roads. Oh yes, we can get melee infantry. Oh, look at that organ gun. Right, an organ gun. Actually, that can go with the back of the queue. Now, there's no point having these gentlemen here. This line infantry, they can actually go and move into here. An iron mine is going to bring a lot of wealth for us, but again we have to choose what we're going to do with... I think we're going to get some Israel's line infantry here. We also get ourselves some melee infantry just to make sure. We're going to get these gentlemen first, and we're going to boost the Istanbul area first. We've got Greece who's going to give us fine vineyards. Barracks, we need to start increasing our barracks here, so 1,000 will go into here. Actually, probably best if I cancel that and go for the barracks in Istanbul. can't, got that already. Barracks here in Greece, in Athens. Turkish Bath, not yet. Peasant farm, let's get these farms up and running here at least. Let's get our infrastructure, our basic infrastructure at least flowing quite well here. We've got to invest over here as well if we can. Iron workshop, that's going to bring in a lot for us. Large madras, converts populace to Islam. Iron workshop, it's basically a school. I don't think we really need this in this area. What's the 80% is Islam, so I'll keep that for them actually. These iron workshops are going to provide quite a core for us here. But what I really do need to do is, we got Persia on our doorstep here, aren't exactly very friendly with us at the moment, so I'm going to move this army into Baghdad. We've got so much trade to do. Fishing fleet, carpet weaver, we got, wow, that's so much we can invest, but there's so little time to be able to do it in terms of what we can actually do in per time. So what I'm going to probably do is invest in these minefields and get these iron mines up. And that's what we can, we're recruiting here. And what can we get from this here? Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there either, which is fair enough. All we need to do is get some cannon up as well. What I think we'll do is we'll move into Russia here and start using our imams here to start stirring up the muddy waters a little bit here with Russia, which doesn't really have much here at all. 5,741. Egypt. Provincial barracks, nope. Nope. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to put a governor's residence here. We're going to make a statement of intent. We are staying in these regions. We're going to build them up to the absolute maximum we can. And stating that, we've got one Konya here is going to be our main hub. And as you can see here, we've got European doctrine here, 35 turns. We can actually get some units that are sort of use the Western military doctrine. They use the new model army. They sort of really are going to bring us. Look at that! Look at the actually 60 accuracy. Absolutely fantastic. We've then got the Nazim Sedit light infantry, 40 accuracy, very very nice. And we've got the Nazim Sedit infantry, 35, very very nice here indeed. And look at that, mountains is, look at that, actually 45. The charge bonus is 9, not brilliant but still good. But this is the one that's going to really bring us into that sort of fight. Is these gentlemen here, the Nazim first Sedit rifles, absolutely fantastic. That's what we need, but it's going to take a long time to get them from our European doctrine here. 35 turns is going to take. We're actually going to, first thing we do is get plug bayonets. We need to get plug bayonets. Absolute first thing we need to do. I wonder if we can trade any of ours for any of. We've got nothing at all here to offer us. Nothing yet at all. They've got that. Oh, that would be quite nice. Physocracy. Okay, not a problem. No, we've got some quite nice stuff here in our favour. We see if we can get any technology here, or if we could sell technology and get some money for it. I think that might be a good idea. And if we can, and we shall want payment of 1,000. Austria, would they be willing? Nope. Go France. Obviously not. Portugal and friendly. Oh, no, Poland don't want to know. But Sweden, would they? They're friendly with us. Technology of canister shot and proof grenades for 1,000. Okay, nobody wants to do that just yet. That's fine. So I think, my friends, we shall end this first turn. I think we've done everything we can possibly do here. We've got our research underway. That's going to allow us to go to ring bayonets. And then military syllabus, eventually, which will open up drill school, which will get us Mamelukes, which are absolutely fantastic troops, and also musketeers, which are brilliant line infantry. They really are. These, though, Mamelukes, my word, they are. Look at the charge bonus, look at the defense, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Deadly horsemen as well, absolutely fantastic. The charge bonus is exceptional, but look at that, grenadiers, even better. But let's end the turn, my friends, and let's see what happens here of this first episode of our brand new campaign. I'm bringing to this new channel from my old one. Oh, so it would appear that Austria want quite a bit from us here, and we're I don't think so. I'm going to refuse that right from the off. If you declare war upon me, then so be it, sir, but I shall be ready. Believe me, I shall be ready. I'm going to be sending troops up to the border of Austria to make sure we're not going to be bamboozled by anything they throw at us. Looks like the United Provinces there, Dutch are taking a bit of a beating. Spain, but if they all declare war upon each other, which is a chance they might, well, then we could, my friends, take advantage of it in terms of being able to allow us, give that breathing space we need, especially in the border there. The borderlands are pretty... Oh, look at ours, military alliance. Yeah, of course. Yep, I'll take that. Any alliance, especially if they go to war with Russia. Definitely take that, Sweden. Thank you very much. Good to have a good, strong partner there. In the sort of in the region, as it were. Persia leaving us. Oh, that's beautiful. Mughal Empire. Italian states. Denmark will have a huge grievance with... Oh, where are you going exactly? Georgia? Okay. Yes. You can try it, Georgia, but I shall be ready for you. Believe me. Now I know that you've declared war on us, I shall be ready for you. Barbary States. Don't do it. Don't do it, Barbary States. Although you once our protectorate. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Oh, drats. Looks like Venice might be in for a bit of a beating here. And our trade with them would... Oh, damn it. $10,983. So our trade here is going to be hit. Yeah, indeed. Venice has been hit quite hard there, but still. Ooh. Natalia. There it is, new town. I think we'll probably hit that with a school because we do want to get our research technology up quite quickly. So we're going to have we're going to research here done here. Brilliant. That's great. Oh. Come the wars, Poland and Austria. That's great. That'll draw them off from us. Prussia and Poland, brilliant, and also United Provinces of Spain. So we've got quite an active war going here in the west. That's going to give us time here, my friends, to to gather our positions. What I'm going to have to do then is move this army up into Armenia, and oh look at that. Give us Tatars and Armenian archers. So I think we'll have a governor's residence here straight away. Don't even have basic roads. What the heck is going on here? That is just not right there at all. Got some basic roads here to improve our trade and our movement, as you can see here. Especially with this minefield here giving 700. Why are we missing out on that? Oh, we've got our spy here as well. He was detected, but at least we tried. We need to hold our nerve here. I think what we will do is get a Bashi bazooks there. Make sure we're firmly in control here. Not going to lose anything to the Georgians. Vineyards, how much is that? 300, we'll take that. Quite a low price. I'm going to spend about 5,000 on my infrastructure, 5,000 on my army. I've got to get that balance exactly right here, and especially sending up troops here. We've got this army here. Not brilliant, to be honest with you. How much are these? It's 163. Well, this army's going to be sent up to the border here with Austria, because I don't really fancy losing my immediate iron workshop. 750 per turn. We do need to try and get this. Actually, it's probably better if we get high port. 6,000, that's quite a big chunk of money there to throw at that. School of Poetry. Plus 2 to town wealth. I think what we will do is probably get an Grand Admiralty so we can start some of our naval research. And I'm going to spend a little bit more on our infrastructure. Anything here in the Middle East I can put into things. We've got this fishing here. Oh, look at that. Desert warriors. Oh, no, camel nomads. Wouldn't mind some camel nomads at all. Barracks is going to give us what? Kurdish hillman. Oh, a cannon foundry. Oh, cannon foundry would be definitely nice there. But I've got to go for infrastructure. I've got to go for getting us money. 2,000 new carpet weaver. Large madrasa. I'm probably going to convert some of these. Probably going to convert this. What's the... That's 100% Islam, so we're fine here. I'm going to convert this then into a research centre, as it's quite far away from what we need. And here we're going to move our... Just to start converting this, see if we can start, yeah, up 1.5%, that's great. Our agents in the Ukraine, Bosnia, right, so what we are going to do is we're going to start just stirring things a little bit here in Zagreb. We're going to start moving our imams around. Oh, we've got a scholar. I should have moved him first thing. He's going to go to the school here. Down to 2 already. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Infrastructure. I'm going to spend some more money on infrastructure. I need to really connect these front lines here, but actually you probably need to connect these 2 major cities here together. It's definitely going to improve our trade between the 2 here. Right now I can spend money on my army, so what I'm going to do is straight away I'm going to have The cannon. What's the cannon range? 900. We're going to have 18 pounders. That's some good cannons to start off with right there. And actually we'll have 3 lots of cannons. 10983. Can we actually... Come on, house. Okay, not a problem, not a problem. Don't want to get anybody else into trouble here. Louisiana, would they be interested in a trade agreement? Trade agreement 1100. Protectorate of France. Trade partners, yeah, because they got trade with France, it might be actually beneficial to do that. I'm going to do that. Just to keep that trade coming in. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Got to get that tax income up though, my friends. That tax income has to come up quite far for us to be able to absorb anything coming our way. So I've got to be careful here I don't lose Armenia here to the Georgians. Got some militia regiments here. And quite a powerful general as well to start with. A large madrasa here. Spawns a religious... I might just do that there. I've got to invest the money, so I'm going to put down a large madrasa here. Just to keep this firmly under our control, as it were. Let's end the turn here, my friends. Let's see what happens. Looks like Britain is building up to... Ooh, that's going to be an absolute monstrous fight somewhere. France using its port in Marseille to move somewhere. You're not getting any of those. Not a chance. Not a chance. Oh dear. Oh dearie, 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 dearie me. This could be trouble. Fine, we're at war. I accept that. I accept your war. Austria, if that's what you want, that's what you shall get. Now I've got to really start sending up a lot of troops to the borders, because we're going to be under a lot of pressure. Unless I can do some little bit of diplomatic trickery to alliance. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do that. Louisiana. Oh, come on, Persia, please. Now I've got to get my army back to Baghdad. Wow, we are under a lot of pressure here. Right from the off here. Holy smokes. Jeepers creepers, look at that there. Armed populace, armed mob. They've come straight for Armenia here. We're going to be really pushed here because they've got cavalry, but we do have swordsmen here. But we're going to be hit pretty hard here. 2085, we've got a lot of troops, so if we can do this, if we can at least hit them hard, we can probably push them back. Even if they take Armenia, we can push them back next when we got this army moving from Baghdad here. Let's take this fight here. Let's see what we can actually do. We've got to do as much damage as we possibly can to them here. Got to do as much damage as we possibly can. That's the only way we're going to do it. It's going to be a real test of our mettle here. This is really, really a tough campaign already. Already is a tough campaign. Really, really tough. We can do it though. We can do it. There's nothing to stop us from doing this at all. We get it done. We've just got to use our forces wisely. Even if we don't win this fight, we have to at least do a lot of damage to the Georgians. So we send in this other army here from Baghdad. We can then at least bring it under our control, even push into Armenia, into, I beg your pardon, into Georgia. We have to use someone as a decoy. We have to use some decoys here. All right. We've got our garrison Azars here. Now they're hidden straight away, so they're going to be quite nice in this fight actually. They're hidden already. That is beautiful. So look at the lay of the land we got here. So actually they're attacking us. So what we are going to do is we're going to sight some ambushes here. Look at the range on these as well. That is fantastic. We're going to set up a few ambushes so we can whittle them down. Ooh. In which case, wow, that's a huge stack. What we are going to do then is we're going to do this. We're going to set ourselves ready to stand and take this fight here. We've got armed populace. Armed populace. We're going to use these to take the brunt of the initial initial attack. Islamic swordsmen. These will be absolutely vital here to being able to push back. Actually, what we need to do is probably outflank them here somewhere. We put them up here out of the way. So when they do, can we get closer to the front lines with these? Yes, we can. I'm not sure how long they'll stay hidden here. When the battle starts proper, they may not stay, but these are a good chance of us to be at least do some damage. Armed populace. We're going to have to make the most of what we got here. We're going to really bunch them up together close, and we're going to have to charge them if we have to. We've got armed populace here as well, so we're basically looking at melee units all the way around. But they're hidden. That's quite nice. Right, let's begin this fight. Right, slap bang in the middle here. Oh, and they're still hidden. Let's see what we can do here. Got a good range on these here. These are still hidden, so they're going to be my sort of ace card here. I'm going to try and catch some of these in the flank if possible. If I had artillery, my word, this would be a different ball game right now. Oh, pikemen, damn it, they're going to be an absolute nightmare. Steady, lads, steady. Second Regiment of Militia. They're stuck there. I wonder if I could, if I could just charge these right in the flank. It would be a beautiful manoeuvre. Armed populace. I'm actually going to move these up in here as well. We're going to see if we can flank these. So we can hit them with 2 melee units, see if we can break them. These are stuck there, that's brilliant. Might give us the thing we need. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, they're moving down now. Now they're moving down. We're going to bring these 2 together here. 3rd Regiment, 2nd Regiment. Oh, damn. They're realigning just to cover their flanks. A smart move. If I could just pick one of these off, it would be fantastic. Jeez, they're shaken already. England lads, we've got to do is what we can here. Charge! Got to overwhelm them here with sheer numbers. Oh, they've broken already. Holy smokes. Oh my gosh, these are so weak, they're shattered. Right, you fire on your own men. Don't you break, don't you break. Come on lads, get stuck in there now. We've got to do as much damage as we possibly can here. Oh, they've gone, they've broken. Stuck in there, let's keep. Oh, they're broken as well. Oh, we almost had them. We almost had them. We're breaking all on the line here, but that was a tough fight, my word. Try and get the general, see if we can pick the general off. That would at least be a little bit of a bonus for us. Oh, they come back. Let's get in there, let's get charging in there. Will any of these come back? I'm not sure. Oh, they're shattered. And they're broken. Oh, they've gone, they've gone. on, get stuck in there, lads. Don't retreat. Without a fight. Stay in the fight, stay in the fight. We're going to bring these straight away under siege. Immediately under siege. They've broken. That's it. Oh, damn, that was a hard hit there. That was a hard hit. They're shattered. They're shattered. They're broken. We've brought them down, well down there below half. Steady. Oh, look at that. They haven't given up. Now they have. Now they're shattered. They're gone. Whoa, that was a lesson, my friends. Close defeat. This is going to be an exceptionally tough campaign. Holy smokes! We've already lost one region. When they lose, they lost 460, and we lost everything. Barbary states. They've lost that, so that's opened up that port there at least. So they're coming off to finish the Venetians. Ouch, that's gonna hurt there. France are being hit pretty hard there. And so is Spain. Pirates. Moving straight in here. I'm going to try and take this back. Yes, we did. Oh my gosh. Okay, we lost Armenia. Got. Whoa, 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 whoa. Of course they were at war with us. Right, that's going to be tough. Prussia and Austria. Okay, let's not panic. Panicking is not going to get us anywhere at all. But we know we're going to have an Austrian force on our doorstep pretty quickly. And also it looks like here as well they're going to be moving into this area. This army's not really. We've got the Delhi horsemen, which are really going to be our absolute key here. So this army's going to have to be distributed all around, and we're going to have to make our move up to here. But Belgrade is going to be one of our standpoints, and also this army here is going to be moved up to Moldavia because that's where they want. They want Moldavia as well. We've got this army here. What can we build here? We recruit anything here. We're actually going to recruit one of those, and we're also going to recruit here. Nothing there. Alright. Actually, we're going to have some. An organ gun will definitely be needed, I think. So an organ gun is going to be in production as well. Islam is on the rise, but it's going to take a long time. But still, if we can just really knock this down here and move it to Islam. It's going to give them some religious unrest, which is what we're going to do. We're going to unsettle things here a little bit. Right. And talking of unsettle things, of course we're at war with Persia. We're going to get some camel nomads. Infrastructure is pretty poor here. What have we got coming in? 10561. What have we got here in Syria? Some desert warriors, militia. So it looks like we have to get some barracks up. And here as well, I think barracks are going to be needed. Drill school will get us that so fast. It's going to be... What I need to do though is try and get myself out of these wars here. Okay, let's see if we can get this war cancelled. No, I did that wrong. Let's try one more time. Request peace, technology, and payments offer. Okay, they really don't want that at all. But Persia, let's see if we can get Persia on our side here. We don't really want to be at war with Persia, so we're going to request peace, technology of canister shot, and we shall offer them a payment of 1,000. Okay, not a problem. In that case, I shall build some troops with which I can send across. But I need to keep my infrastructure going as well. Here, that's almost ready. Cannon foundry. No. I'm not going to give the Austrians anything at all there. I do know need to get my roads covered up pretty well here. We're going to get another Bashuks here, so we can get these to the front line quickly enough to be able to hold off the Austrians. Let's invest in that as well. 750 here. We've lost I'm going to take that back as soon as I possibly can. What's this our army like here? It's got cannon, which is going to be useful for us. We've also got general's bodyguards, and they could cut us to pieces quite quickly here if I'm not careful. Ooh. I'm probably going to get a craft workshop here then. There's a chance that Persia might come for us this turn. As you can see here, they've still got quite... We've got some forces here which might give us a bit of few problems. It looks like they're going to try and take out this port here. If they do that, we're going to lose a huge income. I really would want to get Persia on my side, but New Spain hostile. Okay, I think that's all we're going to do. I think that's all we can do at the moment. We are going to be pretty stretched here. I think we're going to have some attacks coming in from the Austrians, especially here in Bosnia. So they oh my God, Bennett, they're gathering a few troops here. Right, let's end the turn. Let's see what happens anyway, my friends. Great Britain. Ah. Gosh, that's going to be a tough army to repel. It really is. Russia. Oh. Poland. Russia. Russia's been quite quiet actually on that front. Sweden. Military alliance. Bulgaria and Greece. I'm afraid I can't do that. I'll go for that. Okay. Don't do anything silly now, Persia. Oh, they're raiding the trade line, but at least they haven't blocked the trade line there. Looks like we're going to be having an attack coming in from Austria next episode, or next turn, should I say, for definite. What I've got to try and do is at least give some of these a real damn good fight so they back off from us. They don't bother us, they don't keep hitting us constantly all the time. I've got to make this a war of attrition so that when they come for us they lose more men than they actually... It is... Whoa. They've lost their general. Because of course we killed him. 199 men here. 175. We've got the cannon. We've got to take this fight. We have to take this fight, my friends. What's the... Oh, that's in our favour here. That auto-resolve. I don't really want to auto-resolve it. I want to try and take these as best I can here. We do have these gentlemen here. These auto. Charge bonus is 8. We've got the general, though. The general is going to be absolutely key here to us. We've got to try and take out these pikemen so that my general can do his work here against the rest of them. Right, let's take this fight, my friends. And then this will probably be the last... sort of last turn of the episode. But by damn, it's been a heck of a fight. Can we actually take this? Can we actually, you know, really push them back? We've got the cannon. We have to stay in a defensive formation, let the cannon do its work. I might even have to put the cannon in the front lines so that we can use canister shot, which is going to be an absolute boon for us in this fight. It really is. Canister shot could be the decisive measure. And flanking movements, my friend. Flanking movements are critical here. They really, really are critical. Let's have a look at the deployment here. Where is our enemy? They're right there. Oh, they've got quite a large zone here. They've got quite a decent hill. Oh, if we were in here, if we were in this here. Oh my gosh, you are joking me. Look at this. This is a fantastic place to deploy. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Or we could even deploy up here. Using these here behind you. That's a tough fight there. Mind you, we can deploy along the edge here. They got to come a long way then. What's our range? What's our range here? Good grief, look at the range on this. It's huge. we've got a canister shot as well. Right, I'm going to put these right here. So if they got difficulty getting up here, they've got to come along this shelf here. And we're going to have these gentlemen on the side of them here. Oh, that's a little bit tasty there. And we're going to have these gentlemen here. The cannon could prove absolutely crucial to our survival here. We're going to have the Bashuks here, ready to intervene should things get a little bit hectic here. Actually, we're probably best with having them out on the flanks here, ready to flank anything. They're hidden here, and our general, I kid you not, my friends, is vital to this fight here. Okay, let's begin. Right, the first thing I want him to do is to target pikemen. What a beautiful shot that was! We've got to use our general. Even though I don't like using my general like this, I have to use him. Oh, that is a beautiful shot. Pop. Pop. Wait for it, gentlemen. Wait for that charge. They're still hidden, so we're going to wait. Don't get too close. Don't get too close. As soon as I can, I'm going to switch the canister shot. Start doing some damage to these here. If I can take out this here, this militia unit here, a combination of cavalry and the order. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Steady, lad, steady now. Oh. If we can shoot down the line here to them, we can absolutely destroy them. We've lost one man there, one good man there. if we can do that. Got them. Tear them to pieces, lads. Tear them to pieces. Come on now. Stay on them, stay on them. Shattered. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Don't you dare fall. Don't you dare fall. We can do this. We can absolutely do this. Whoa. What a shot. Charge. My word, yes, we'll teach these Georgians what to do. Nope, gotta keep my general. Come on, lads. Charge! Just we'll take these from the absolute. did it, my friends. That is brilliant. We did it. That cannon was absolutely crucial to our victory there. Whoa. That was a fantastic fight for us. We did it. We kicked them back. Yes. You come to our land and try and take our land? I don't think so. God, the Barbary states are ruling the whole of the Mediterranean here. Don't do it, don't do it. Where are they getting all these ships from? Pirates. Blood main is ready. You think you're going to come take my lands without a fight? I don't think so. Yes. That's more like it. Oh, yes. -1, damn. Tired of the people. Okay, well. 906. That's fine. Let's see if we can just dive into here. Thank you very much. We have it back. That is now our territory. Leave us alone. 9634. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And we've got... I think we shall have some cobble roads here. Infrastructure is going to be basic roads. Army is doing well. Going to bring this heroic army up to scratch. I'm going to have a cannon foundry since they seem to be the absolute key to victory here. And I think we'll start sending some troops across to Baghdad. Try and get some of our armies up as well to where they need to be. He's attacked it, but he's still doing well. He's still doing well. We can sabotage that building, it'll stop them from being able to produce anything. 2000. No, I've got to invest in my army. We've got that being rebuilt here. I think we shall have some swordsmen there as well. We're going to really pack out our armies here with even just with, as a horrible thing to say, but cannon fodder. Got a cannon here. I need to get these here as quickly as possible. They're going to attack us next episode, next turn. I can guarantee you that. They're actually going to pull back from the fort to here. We're going to really pack this out here. Give them what for if they come for us. And here as well, they'll fight. They'll meet the resistance, especially with these deadly horsemen. going up here. Religious unrest, look at that, already starting to happen. They're just turning the tides of war here. We've lost quite a bit of trade here with everybody. Let's see if we can at least try and get peace. Okay, not a problem. Oh, Russia. No. Not gonna happen. Not going to happen at all. What about with Persia? Persia, I want to try and get some peace with Persia here. Not a problem. I'm really more than ready to take you on. Actually, we're going to put some more cannons into effect here, I think. We're going to start building up our own forces here. I think we got it good enough there. 9634. I'm going to start building up a little bit of a... oh, the Iroquois Confederacy? Actually, I think I'll start building some troops here in Greece as well to send up to the line. I need to really pad out my forces here to hold these front lines. But my friends, I'm going to end this episode here. It's been a very, very eventful first episode. We've lost the territory, then retook it. We really did thrash this army here. We could probably then take these out, actually, but we don't really have enough. We've got to wait for our strength to rebuild and also bring in some more troops as well into the area to really strengthen that. Baghdad is under a little bit of pressure as well, so hopefully the camel nomads here, they would do quite a lot of damage actually to any Persian forces coming in. We're holding on, my friends, but just about. If Austria come in for us, we're going to have quite a bit of a difficulty holding here, but hopefully Prussia will do something for us. That'd be great. Anyway, friends, hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please comment, like, and subscribe. Your comments are always welcome down below, my friends. Please keep them coming. They absolutely mean the world to me. They really do. Absolutely fantastic, your comments. Absolutely brilliant. But my friends, until next time, when I can promise you a lot more action indeed. Until then, my friends, bye for now.